Okay, so we'll start with previous year question again for matrix. Let's see what is the first question we have is. So we'll start with first problem, and the first problem is, which of the following matrices cannot be obtained from the matrix -1, 2, 1 and -1 by single elementary row operation. So what operation we can perform? We can perform only single and row operation only, right? Single elementary row operation. So this is the problem from the year 2022. Options are given as A, 0, 1, -1 and 1. B option is given as 1, -1, -1 and 2. Option C is given as -1, 2, -2 and 7. And option D is given as -1, 2, -1 and 3. Correct? So just see this question. What is this given? That which of the following matrices cannot be obtained from the matrix, and the matrix is given very simple, no? 2 cross T matrix. -1, 2, 1 and -1 by a single elementary row operation. So we have to only perform one elementary row operation, and we have to get, what do you have to get? Whatever the options are given as A, B, C and D. Okay, so I missed out D. This is D here. Okay, just see how we can do. First of all, our matrix that is given is no. The matrix is given as -1, 2, 1 and -1. If you perform some operation on this, no. Let's suppose if I am performing here, no. If I am performing here row 1 as, if I am writing row 1 as, row 1 plus row 2. So what matrix it will become? It will become -1 plus 1, that is 0, and 2 -1, this will become 1, and row 2 we are not changing anything, right? So this will come as. So which option is this? This is, we are getting the option A, but the question is no, cannot be obtained. So this is obviously not the answer. A we have obtained by performing the R1 plus R2, correct? Now let's see one more operation we will do on this, and that is if we interchange row 1 and row 2, right? So row 1 and row 2 if we interchange, we will get the matrix as 1 -1, 1 -1, -1 and 2, correct? All the operations we are performing on this matrix only, right? So we are getting 1 -1, -1 and 2. So this is what 1 -1, -1. So option B is also we are getting, so that is obviously not the answer. Now see, if we perform third operation as row 2 is row 1 plus, or we can write row 2 plus twice of R1. Row 2 plus twice of R1. In that case, you will see, no, what will happen with this? Row 1 we are not changing anything, so -1 and 2, and row 2 plus 1 plus 2 times of R1, 1 plus -2, that is becoming -1, and -1 plus 4, that is 3. So we are getting the option D, right? So all the three options is possible to get by performing this operation, no? By performing these three operations, it is possible to get, but option C cannot be, we cannot get, no, we cannot obtain the option C. So option C is the answer for this question. Correct, no? Because they have asked cannot, right? So cannot, the option will become C option is the correct option. Write it down and then we'll move to the next one. Let's see what is the next problem we have. Okay, so I am writing down the next problem. I am writing down the next problem. Now this is problem number 2. If the matrix A, and again it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, if the matrix A 0 2 0 2 k and minus 1, correct, satisfies a cube plus 3i is equal to 2i. So it satisfies a, in bracket it is a cube plus 3i is equal to 2i. Then value of k is equal to, then value of k is equal to, right? And this is from the year 2021. Options are given as A is half, B is 1, C is minus 1 and D is minus 1 by 2, correct? So these are the 4 options given. Now see how we can solve it. First see what is given now. It is given as A is, when we are multiplying A with a cube plus 3i, and that is satisfying what? 2i. So first write it down. We are writing it down. A cube plus 3i is equal to 2i. That can also be written as what? A to the power 4 and 3ia is equal to 2i. This can be written a to the power 4 can be, this will become what? 2i minus 3a. Correct? I into. So 2i minus 3. Now perform something like 2i into 3. I is what? I is the identity matrix of a 2 cross 2 we will take. This is again 2 cross 2, no? So I will take as a 2 cross 2 matrix. So this will become what? 2 into identity matrix, that will become what? 2, 0 and 0, 2. And minus of 3 of, what is our A? A is here 0, 2, k and minus 1. So it will become what? 2, 0, 0, 2 minus, I will write it at 0, 0, 6 and this will become 3k and this will become minus 3. Correct, no? And now subtract how much we are getting. A11 will be subtracted by A11, that is 2. That is here 2. Here we will get minus 6 and here we will get 0 minus 3k and this will become 2 minus this will become 5, right? So 2 minus 6 minus 3k and 5. This will be the value of what? This will be the value of a to the power 4. Now find the a to the power 4 from here, because a is already given as what? 0, 2, k and minus 1. So we can also find from there. How to find? First we will multiply a with a. So that will give us a square. And after that we will do what? A square again with that matrix. A square, whatever the resultant we are getting now. A square with a square. And then we will compare. So I am just holding it now. I am holding it for as equation number 1. So what we will do the next? A is given as 0, 2, k and minus 1. So I am multiplying here only. Directly I am multiplying so that I can get a square. So 0, 2, k and minus 1. And I hope everybody know how to do the matrix multiplication. First row with the first column, first row with the second column, second row with the first column and then second row with the second column. So first row with the first column is 0 and this is 0 and this is 2k, right? So first it will come here 2k, then first row second column this is 0 and this is minus 2, second row with the first column this is 0 and this is minus k, and second row with the second column is 2k and plus 1, 2k plus 1, this will become 2k plus 1, right? So this comes out to be what? This comes out to be a square, right? I hope this is correct. So now we have to find a to the power 4. So what is a to the power 4? Whatever the resultant we got, no, a square, just multiply it with the a square again. So I will multiply it as 2k minus 2 minus k and 2k plus 1. This will be multiplied again with what? A square. A square will become what? This will become 2k minus 2 minus k and 2k plus 1. Correct? No, this is what we are getting. Now see, again we will perform the same thing. First row with the first column, first row with the second column, second row with the first column, and second row with the second column, right? 2k minus 2 minus k and 2k plus 1. Correct? No? So how much it is coming? A to the power 4, just multiply it. 4k square. This will become 4k square and this will become plus 2k. Right? Keep on cross checking the calculation. 4k square and plus 2k. So second column will become minus 4k and this will become minus 4k plus minus 2. So I am directly writing as minus 8k. Minus 8k and minus 2. And this will become second row first column. This will become minus 2k square and plus 2k square minus k. Correct? Is it? So this will come minus k only. Just check it. Minus 2k square. Is it minus 4k square? Okay. So this will come out to be minus 2k square and this will become okay, minus 2k square, right? So I can directly write it as minus 4k square, minus 4k square and minus k, and last 2k and this is 2 2s of 2k plus 1 whole square. So 2k plus 1 whole square I can write plus 2k plus 1 whole square. Correct? No? So this will comes out to be 4k square plus 2k minus 8k minus 2 minus 4k square minus k, and you can open this also if you want to, right? 4k square, this will comes out to be, do the rough here, 4k square and 4k square plus 1, 4k square plus 1 and plus 4k. So this will become how much? 4k square plus 6k plus 1. Okay, 4k square and this will be. So directly I am writing it as 4k square plus 6k plus 1. Right? Now this is a to the power 4. This is a to the power 4 we have. Now only a task, our task is very simple. No, we have to compare it as a11 with comparison. So we have to choose the easy one. Which is easy one to compare? If you compare, so you have to solve it because this is quadratic form, this is quadratic form. So better do the easy, right? Because A12 is what? First row, second column. A12 is here minus 8k minus 2 and here it is what? Minus 6. So what I will get now? We will compare it. We will write minus 8 because this is also a to the power 4 and this is also a to the power 4. So obviously the elements will also be same, right? So I am writing it here. Minus 8k minus 2 will be equal to minus 6. So minus 8k will be equal to minus 6 and plus 2 minus 4, and k will become equal to what? 4 by 8 and k is equal to 1 by 2. See which option is 1 by 2. Option number A is the only 1 by 2, right? So this way we can do. Note it down and then we'll move to the third one. Now problem number third, we will see what is the problem number third. We are doing problem number third now. Okay, now we'll do the problem number 3. Just see what is problem number 3. So problem number 3 is, let A is equal to x 1, 1 and 0, x belongs to R, and a to the power 4 is given at, right, a is, right? So I is the row and j is the column, right? So if a11, that is first row, first column, element is given as how much? 109. Then a22 is what? a22 is equal to, they are asking it for a22 is equal to what? So a is given as what? A is given as x1, 1 and 0, where x belongs to R, and then a to the power 4. Here also a to the power 4 is there. Let's see how we can proceed. And the first, but here one thing is given, no? The one thing that is given is that first row, first column element is what? 109, and they are asking you the second row, second column. Again, it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, right? So just see how we can proceed. We'll proceed in the same manner as previous. And this problem is from which year? This is from the year 2020. This is from the year 2020. Correct? Find along with me only. So we'll find it. A is given as x1, 1 and 0. So we can find a square as x1, 1 and 0. Similar type of multiplication. How to multiply? X into x, that is x square, and 1 into 1 is that 1. Correct? First row, first column done. First row, second column, that is x here, and here it will become 0, so x only. Here also it will become x only, 1 into x and 0. And here it will become 1 into 1 and 0 into, so this will become 1. Right? So this is your a square. Our a square is x square plus 1, x and x plus 1. Now how to get the a to the power 4? Just multiply a square into a square. So a to the power 4 will become what? X square plus 1 into x, and here it is x and x, 1. And this will be multiplied by what? X square plus 1, x and x and 1. Done, no? So now again do the multiplication. If you multiply it, no? First row, first column, it will become x square plus 1 whole square. And this will become plus x square. So multiplication for the first row and first column over. Now first row, second column, it will become what? X square plus 1 into x square plus 1 into x, and plus x. Second row, first column. Second row, first column is x into x square plus 1 and plus x again. Second row, second column is x square plus 1, right? Check it once. Is it x into x square plus 1, right? Okay. And now what is they have given? No, they have given as this part, a11. What is a11? A11 is basically what? A11 is the element of first row and first column. That is already given there. That is given as 109. So what is 109? We can solve it for 109. X square plus 1 whole square plus x square, that is equal to 109. From here we will try to find the value of x, right? So very simple, no? Just open x to the power 4 plus 1 plus 2x square plus x square is equal to 109. Correct, no? Now from here I can write x to the power 4 plus this is how much? 3x square plus 1 is equal to 109, and that can be written as what? That can be written as x to the power 4 plus 3x square minus 10 is equal to 0. Right? Now how we can bifurcate it? Just think of the bifurcation here. So I think we can bifurcate it, no? I am doing it here better. We can bifurcate into x square plus 2, x square plus 12, and 12 nines are 108. So plus 12 we have taken, so we have to take x square minus 9. X square minus 9, and that is equal to 0. Now obviously x square minus 12 is equal, plus 12 is there, no? So x square minus 12 does not make any sense here, right? So we will proceed with this, discarding the negative part, no? So we will proceed with this. X square minus 9 is equal to 0. X square is equal to 9. So the value of x will come as plus or minus 3, right? So two values of x are possible, plus or minus 3. Now they are asking the value of a22. What is the a22 here? A22 is basically what? X square plus 1. The good thing is here, no, we don't have two values here, right? Because the minus and plus 3 both will come what? 9 only. So a22 is basically what? A22 is x square plus 1. Just now we have got the x value as plus 3 or minus 3. Anything you do, 3 square, and that is plus 1. So answer for this question will comes out to be 10. Correct? X square plus 1, that is your a22, and that is 3 square plus 1, or minus plus 3, anything you do, same thing. 3 square is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 is the answer for this problem. Ten is the answer for this problem. Okay, now we'll move to fourth question. Now we are moving to fourth question. Just see what is problem number 4. Okay, and this is from the year 2020. Question number 4. If the matrices A, if the matrices A is given as 1, 1 and 2, and this is given as 1, 3 and 4, 1 minus 1 and 3. Correct? A is given as this. It is a 3 cross 3 matrix set. And B is given as adjoint of A, and C is given as 3A. Correct? Then we have to find adjoint of det of adjoint of B divided by the det of C is equal to. So basically we have to find the det of adjoint B divided by the det of C. This is A is equal to, option A is given as 2, option B is given as 16, option C is given as 72, and B is given as 8. Option D is given as 8. Correct? Just see how we can proceed. First find the det of A, right? Finding the det of A is easy, right? First find the det of A, and then we will apply some properties of the adjoint. How we can proceed? First find the det of A. Just see what is det of A. Okay, so first find the det of A. How to find the det of A? Det of A will be, right, that is 1, 1 and 2, 1, 1 and 2, and 1, 3 and 4, and 1 minus 1 and 3. Right? If you are finding the det of, no, So how to proceed? This will be 1, this will be 9, 3 cross 3 into 9, and this will be 4. Minus 1, this is 3, this is 3 minus 4, and this is plus 2, and this is minus 3 and minus 3. Correct? How much this is coming? 9 plus 4, 13, minus 3 minus 4, minus 1, this will become plus 1, and minus 6 and 2, minus 12. Right? So I think it will come 14 minus 12, that is 2. Det of A is coming to everybody. Det of A is coming. Is it? No, somewhere we have done. Plus 2, this is, make it correct. Plus 2, this will become minus 1 only, right? So this will become minus 4 into 2, that is minus 8. So the answer will change to 14 minus 8. This is 6, right? Make it correct, man. Okay, so that is coming how much? 6. And then basically we have to find what? Adjoint of B. Det of adjoint of B divided by the det of C. How to get adjoint of, and this we have to find. But B is what? B is given as what? Adjoint of A. So I can also write it as what? Adjoint of A. Correct? And what is C given? C is given as what? 3A. So we can also write it as 3A. Now we'll apply some properties of it. So we know adjoint of adjoint is what? We know if one of the property, I hope everybody know, that if we have to find the det of adjoint, and so many times. Let's suppose this is R times. This is R times, right? And then we have to find the det of this adjoint of. We have to find this det. So in that case we can write, no? In that case we can write, this will be what? Det of A, n minus 1, and this is R. So what is n minus 1? N is here. Basically n is here the order, right? If order is 3 cross 3 or it is 2 cross 2. So basically n is the order here, and R is how many times adjoint is repeated, right? No? So by applying this property I can write it as what? I can write it as det of A. Here obviously we know A is the 3 cross 3. So 3 minus 1 is here 2, and R is how many times? It is 2 times, right? So this will become A, and one more property is there, K of Ka det. So that will become K to the power Na, right? K to the power. This will go out as K to the power n. So this will become what? 3 to the power 3, and this will be det of A. Now this can be written as det of A to the power 4 divided by 3 cube and det of A. Basically, which can be written as det of A cube. If we'll cancel, no, this will become det of A cube divided by 3 cube. So how much det of A we got? 6 to the power of 3 and divided by 3 to the power. Some answer is given. Okay, 6 to the power 3, that can be written as what? 2 cube and 3 cube. Okay, so 3 and this will cancel. This will come as 2 cube, right? 2 cube and 3 cube, correct. So this will come as 8. 8 is the option, yes. So finally this calculation will give you what? 8. 6 cube, correct. So option number D is correct. Option number is correct here, right? 6 cube by 3 cube, it will come out to be 8. So option D is correct. Option D is the 8 answer here, right? Now let's move to question number 5. Right, so this was based on the properties of the adjoint. This was based on the properties of the adjoint. Correct, no? Now we'll move to question number 5. See what is question number 5. Question number 5, right? Let A is given as 2, 1, 0, 1, 2 and minus 1, and 0, minus 1 and 2. So this is given as A. And if adjoint of det of adjoint of adjoint of adjoint, how many times adjoint is there? 3 times. 2A is equal to 16 to the power n. Okay, so this time they have given the answer but only partial answer. The answer should be in the form of 16 to the power n. Then n is equal to, very similar to the previous one, then n is equal to. Just see, we will apply the same property, right? So property at least I am not erasing. This is the same property we will apply. This is the same property we will be applying. Correct, no? Adjoint of adjoint, how many times is? R times if it is, then that can be written as det of A n minus 1, where n is what? Where n is the order, and R is how many times adjoint is repeated, right? So we will apply the same property, so I am not erasing this property, I will be doing only here. So first find the det of A, again find the det of A. Is it necessary to find the det here? Yes. First find the det of A. How much is the det of A coming? Okay. This is det of A is equal to 210, 210, 210, 1, 2 minus 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 0, minus 1 and 2. So this will be 2, 4, minus 1, minus 1, and this is 2, minus 0, and this is plus 0. Correct. So how much is coming? 2 into 3 and minus 2. So 4, right? So det is coming as how much? 4. Det is coming as 4. Now we will apply this property, right? Now I hope everybody got this property. So now adjoint of adjoint of adjoint 2A det. So how we can resolve it? We can write this as det of 2A n minus 1 and R. So what is our 2A? This can be written as 2A det. N minus 1 is obviously 3 cross 3 matrix. So n will become here what? 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. And R is how many times is it repeated? This is 3, right? So this can be written as 2A. This will be 8. Now this I need it outside. If it will go outside, it will go out as k to the power n. I just said if k that we have to find, it goes out as k to the power n. So this will go out as 2 cube, right? And what is the det of A? We have got 4. And this is how much? 8. Now we have to resolve it in the powers of what? 16 to the power n. But this is coming as what? 2. So what we can do? We can write it as 2 cube into, this can be written as 2 square and whole as. So this will become 2 to the power 5, 8. So I can write it as 2 to the power 40, and 2 power 40 can be written as what? 2 power 4. Resolve like this, 2 power 4 and it is 10. Correct? 2 power 4 is 16 and 16 to the power 10. Now it resolves it like this. Correct? No? Although it is only demanding in this question, right? 16 to the power n, that is why we are doing. Although it is not required, right? Answer. But since they are asking the answer in this form, no, and they are asking the value of n, that is why we have to do. So this comes out to be what? 16 to the power 10. Now it is balanced. Correct? No? So n value will become here what? 10. So answer in this case will become, answer is 10. Correct? So this was question number 5. Answer is what? Answer is 10, I think, right? Now we'll move to question number 6. Let's see what is question number 6. Let's move to question number 6 now. Just see what is question number 6. And this is from the year 2023. Question number 6. A is equal to 1 by 5 factorial, 6 factorial, 7 factorial, and 5 factorial, 6 factorial, 7 factorial. This is given as 6 factorial, 7 factorial, and 8 factorial. This is 7 factorial, 8 factorial, and 9 factorial. Done. Then we have to find adjoint of 2a, right? This is only 2 times here. Is equal to. Correct? So the first task is always what? To find the depth of A. In this case, how we can find, since it is not in the integer form, all the matrices elements are not in the integer form. So first is they have given in the factorial form. Let's see how we can resolve. Okay, now we'll apply some properties. What we can take common from the first row? What we can take common from the first row is, no? Let's suppose this is 1, 5 factorial, 6 factorial, 7 factorial. So from the first row I can take common, no? Or first write it down, make it simple for you. I can write this as 5 factorial, 6 factorial can be written as 5 factorial into 6. Correct, no? And 7 factorial can be written as what? 5 factorial into 6 into 7. Done? So from here, no, first row we can take common as 5 factorial, right? So this is the method we will apply. So I am not writing complete, right? Now I hope you got. What we can take common from first row is 5 factorial. If I take first 5 factorial common from first row, it will be only 1 here. This will be 6 and this will be 6 into 7, that is 42. Correct, no? Okay. Now what will be there? If I take 6 factorial common from the second row, 6 factorial common, so this will become 1, this will become 7, and this will become 1, this will become 7, and this will become 7 into 8, 7, 8, 56. Correct? And if I take 7 factorial common from the third, so this will become what? 1, this will become 8, and this will become 8 into 9, that is 72. Correct? Now this little bit simplified. Now we can cancel this, no? 5, 6 and 7 factorial. Numerator and denominator is same thing, so we can cancel. Now our focus should be here only. But you can do it from here also, you can find the date, but it will be little more calculative. So again apply some properties. What we can apply some property is, we can write row 2 as row 2 minus row 1. Apply some operation here. Row 2 as row 2 minus row 1, and row 3 I can write as row 3 minus row 2. Is it okay? Yes. Perform these operations. So it will become 1, 6 and 42. Then row 2 minus row 1, it will become here 0. And this will become 7 minus 6, 1, and 56 minus 14 it will become. Correct? And here row 3 again if we write, no, will performing, no, row 3 minus row 2. So this will become 0. This is again 1, and this is 56, 16, right? Correct. So this comes out to be 16. Now you can find the depth of this, right? Easy to find, no? Perform via this, because this will become 0, 0, no? So I will write here 1 into 16 minus 14, and the other 2 will become 0 and 0. So no leader. So the depth from here is coming how much? 2. Correct? Now A depth we got. Now we will apply the properties of that joint. Same properties what we have applied in 2 problems, right? So how we can do this can be written as 2A depth n minus 1 of R. What is R? How many times? Again here 2 times, right? So 2A n minus 1 is what? 3 minus 1, 2, and this is what? 2 times of adjoint. So this will become what? 2A, this is 4. Now this will go out as k to the power n, means 2 to the power 3. So this will go out as 2 to the power 3, and here it is depth of A, and complete as whole to the power 4. What form answer is given? Okay, answer is. Options are not. This is NAT, right? So this will become how much? 2 cube, and this is that of is 2. Correct? And this one. So how much is coming? 3 plus 1, 2 power 4, 2 power 16. Right? If options are given, just see what are the options given. This is 2 power 16. I think options are given. So the final answer will come in 2 to the power 16 form. The final answer will come 2 to the power of 16. This was your problem number 6. Now next problem is problem number 7. And this is from the year, I think, 2023. Problem number 6 was from the year 2023, right? So somebody wants the year to be mentioned. So this is from the year 2023. Now just see next problem, problem number 7. And what this problem? I hope it is okay, right? Write it down and then we'll move to problem number 7. Okay. Problem number 7. Let's see what is problem number 7. Let A is equal to 1, 2, minus 1 and 4. If A inverse is given as alpha I plus beta A, right? So A inverse is given as what? Alpha I plus beta A, where alpha beta belongs to alpha, beta belongs to R. I is a 2 cross 2 identity matrix. Obviously it is identity matrix. Then 4 alpha minus beta. So we have to find 4 alpha minus beta is equal to. Just see how we can proceed to this one. Four, 2, and D option is 5. Correct? So this is from the year 2021. Here is 2021. Just see how we can find. First step is always find the det of A. We will find the determinant of A, no? So how much it is coming? It is coming as 1, 2, minus 1 and 4. This is 4 and plus 2, that is 6. Correct? So fix it first. That is coming as what? 4 and plus 2, that is 6. And then they have given something A inverse as A inverse they have given. A inverse is given as what? alpha I plus beta B. So flow with the question, right now. Whatever they have given, just flow. So how we can do? Alpha into I is what? This is, and beta is what? A is 1, 2, minus 1 and 4. Correct now? So write down as this will become alpha 0, 0, alpha, and this can be written as beta, 2 beta, minus beta and 4 beta. Correct now? Okay. Now A inverse will become what? We can add no A11 with A11. So alpha plus beta. This will become 2 beta. This will become minus beta. And this will become alpha plus 4 beta. This is what we are getting when we are flowing with the question, right now. Same thing we are getting. Just following this A inverse. Alpha A plus beta B. Beta A. Beta A, correct. Now what we can do? Find the A inverse. How we can find the inverse? We know the inverse is, we can find no A inverse as equal to, basically A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by the det of A, correct no? And how to find the adjoint of A 2 cross 2 matrix? So the diagonals are, these diagonal elements are interchanged and these signs are changed. So this will become how much? 4 will be written here, 1 will be written there. And the signs will be interchanged of this, minus 2 and this will be 1. So this is your adjoint of A, correct no? Now what is the det of A we have? Det of A is 6. Now divide every element by 6. So this will come out to be 4 by 6, that is 2 by 3. I am writing here only. Our A inverse will become 2 by 3. This will become minus 2 by 3. So this will become minus 1 by 3. And A21 will become 1 by 6 and this is 1 by 6. Done no? 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Correct. And 1 by 6. Now what is our task? We have to find the alpha and beta. So we can do the comparison with this. A inverse as per the question is coming this, and A inverse we have solved it by adjoint by det. So it is coming like. So which one will be easy to find? First you see the second row and first column, this. If I can compare this, no, so we are getting beta is equal to here what? Beta is equal to what? Compare these two. These two if we will compare, no. So beta is coming as minus 1 by 6. Once you get the beta, you can do any other comparison which is easy for you, right? So do the comparison here. Alpha plus beta is equal to how much? 2 by 3. So beta is equal to minus 1 by 6. So alpha 1 by 6 is equal to 2 by 3. So alpha value will become what? 2 by 3 plus 1 by 6, that is 6, 4 plus 1, that is 5 by 6. Make sure these alpha and beta values are correct. Cross check the alpha and the beta values. Alpha is coming as 5 by 6 and beta is coming as minus 1 by 6. Correct? Once we got the alpha and the beta value, no, the only task is to find 4 times of alpha minus beta. Obviously it will come something here. I am doing it here. 4 times of alpha minus beta, and just see which option is coming. That is here 4 times of alpha minus beta, that is 5 by 6 minus of minus, that will become 1 by 6, correct? So 5 by 6 plus 1 by 6, that is basically 1, no? So 4 is 1, that is 4, right? Any option is 4, correct. Option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Correct? Adjoint by correct. That we have done. Okay, so we can conclude the session today.